If you can't lower the dumbbells all the way down to your shoulders when doing a shoulder press, and it means you just end up doing half reps in the top half of the movement, it's too heavy and you need to lower the weight. You should be able to control every rep and lower the weights down so that the dumbbell touches the top of your shoulder. This bottom part of the movement is the most beneficial for muscle growth. If you have to lean back and use excessive momentum to pull the bar all the way down to your chest on a lat pull down, it's too heavy and you need to lower the weight. You should be able to maintain a relatively upright posture with only a slight backwards lean. If you can't get the bar all the way down to your chest, you can do partial reps while maintaining the same back angle. If you can't lower the weight to the point where your hips sit below your knees at the bottom of a back squat, it's too heavy and you need to lower the weight. The correct form is at least getting your hip crease below your knee crease. This will train many of the muscles of your lower body much more effectively. If you have to use your hips and your forearms to lift the dumbbells out to the side on a dumbbell lateral raise, it's too heavy and you need to lower the weight. You should be able to control the lifting phase, have a slight pause at the top, and control the lowering phase on this exercise. If you fatigued your shoulders to the point where you can no longer do full range of motion reps, you can do partial reps at the bottom of the lift. This is preferable to cheating using excessive weight and thrusting your hips on every rep. If you can't lower the weight on a chest press machine through a full range of motion, or you need to let the weight free fall and use momentum in order to do the exercise, it's too heavy and you need to lower the weight. You should be able to lift through the entire range of motion that the machine offers, controlling the lowering phase and extending your arms to a full lockout at the elbow. If you need to round your back excessively, particularly your lower back on a deadlift from the ground, it's probably too heavy for you and you probably also need to work on your technique. If you can't lift the weight with a mostly neutral spine, it's better to go lighter and focus on building up your strength and focusing on your technique. If you need to swing your hips in order to lift the weight on a barbell bicep curl, it's too heavy and you need to lower the weight. This is an isolation lift for your biceps. They are the main muscle group working. Focus on keeping the tension on the biceps at all times with minimal movement at the hips. It's very well known that we need to progress our training in order to continue to build muscle. But if you're sacrificing technique in order to lift heavier weights, then you aren't truly progressing. There is only one type of progression in the gym, and that's slow progression. But if you add 1 or 2 reps a week or a tiny bit of weight to your lifts every week or two, while maintaining consistent and disciplined technique week to week, over the course of a year, you will be building a lot of muscle. Never sacrifice technique for any reason. If you aren't building as much muscle as you'd like to, or as much muscle as other people you see in your gym, the reason is probably very simple. It's not your program, it's not your exercise selection, it's not your consistency, it's not your genetics. Almost 100% of the time, when guys come into my coaching program because they want to build more muscle, the reason they aren't where they want to be is because they are ego lifting. A big ego ruins more physiques than a bad program ever will. So if you're ready to get out of your own way, get expert one-to-one support for all of your fitness and nutrition, and start to actually make progress again, you can apply to my coaching program in the description of this video. I'm looking forward to hearing from you.